Good day, everyone. So we have this simple question to solve. So it reads, root 12 plus 6 root 3 plus root 12 minus 6 root 3. So which of these options is the correct solution to the question which we have here? So to solving this, I can say my solution. So doing this in this reasoning, the simple reasoning it requires is to think that what we are to take the square root of the first number. So take the square root of the second radical number, combining the result together is what is supposed to give one of these options which we have here. So in order to deal with square root of any number, right? So dealing with this simply means we should be able to express such a number in perfect square. And when the number is in perfect square, we simply can do what? We simply can find the square root. That is the perfect structure there. That square it carries can cancel this root, and as a result, we come up with our result. For instance, if I have 9 root 9 like this, right? Simple solution to this thing is to ensure this 9 is in its perfect square form, so which is the same thing as expressing it as 3 squared. And what now happens is these two can cancel this root. So when this cancel out, the final result we get here is 3. So this question we have here is as simple as dealing with this. So once we understand how to deal with this one, then automatically we know what to do here. So doing that means I want to express everything here in perfect square, right? So especially this whole number I have here, this 12, I want to express it in perfect square. So to express this in perfect square, so this smaller root I have here also play a role in expressing this 12 in perfect square. We know normally in our normal surd when we have root 12. So if we are to express it in surd form is different from expressing this 12 in perfect square form. So if I want to express this number in perfect square, what I'm simply going to do is I will apply this 3 in doing that, right? So doing that, so I will say the results I want to achieve here means, remember I said this root 3 will guide us through what we want to do about these 12. So in this situation, I will write it as 3 squared plus root 3 squared, right? What I need is a perfect square. I will pick this root 3 here, right? So I will square it. So what is the result of squaring 3? We know that is 9. What do I now add to this 9 to produce 12 that I have here? So that is 3. And how can I form 3 now? So the best way I can form 3 is to say 3 in root raised to power what? Raised to power 2. So which means if this cancel this out, I'm left with 3. And 3 plus 9 automatically give 12. So that's the simple trick by which we are going to what? Relate with 12, which we have here. So the other number I have is 6 root 3. So this 6 root 3 can as well be written as 2 multiplied by 3 root 3. So that's that as per the first root. And we can see everything we have in the first root is the same thing in the second root, except that what? They're having different sign. So to continue with that is simply to say root. So remember, I want to express this my 12 in perfect square form. So I'm using these 3, whatever I have in this root as a guide to manipulating this my 12. So the first thing I will do is I will pick this number, I will square it. So that's already 9. So what do I add to 9 to get 12? We know it is 3. So how do I now come about that? So the best way I can come about that is of writing 3 in a perfect square, is simply to say 3 so it's simply to say root 3 squared. So then minus what I have here, and also remember that this 6 I have here, I also want to express it in the simplest form. So in the simplest form, it's going to be written as 2 multiplied by 3 root 3. So in order to be able to continue with what I have here, a given identity is going to be introduced, especially the squared identity is what is needed here. So and that identity is the one we state that, let me have that here, a squared plus b squared in bracket, a squared plus b squared is equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab, and a minus b squared gives what? A squared plus b squared minus what? Minus 2ab. So then the next thing is, let's observe what we have here. So we can see it is of this form. Let's look at it. The first item here is A. So the first item, square of the first item plus square of the second item plus double the first item times the second item is when this identity is used. Let's also link it to what we have here. So we can see the first item is squared, second item is squared. What do we have here? We can see second item multiplied by first item multiplied by the second item multiplied by 2 is exactly what I have here, which simply means this thing is of the form a plus b squared. So once it is of the form a plus b squared, it means the whole thing I have in this bracket, right, in this square root rather, now changes to square root of what? 3 plus root 3, everything raised to power 2. So the same thing happens here, only that we change the sign. So I will say combine with or plus. So 3, let's see the first one. Square of the first one plus square of the second one minus 2 multiplied by first one times the second one, which is exactly what this second squared identity is talking about. So which simply means that the whole stuff I have in this second square root, right, can as well be written as 3 plus square root of 3 what? Squared. And what do we do next? We can see that this square root and these two will cancel out. This square root and these two will cancel out. So what do we have left? We are now left with 3 plus root 3. 3 plus root 3 here is supposed to be minus, plus 3 minus root 3. So which can be rewritten as 3 plus 3 plus root 3 minus root 3. And we can say this will cancel this. We are left with 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. So the solution to this has this D.